I'm going to attempt to win the Champions League in every FIFA, starting from FIFA 15. Yo, the FIFA 15 menus make me so nostalgic. This was literally the first FIFA I started making videos.
Hey, what's up guys, it's S2G and welcome back to the most exciting...
Oh, but back on this FIFA, the Champions League was not even licensed. But we still need to win this fake Champions League so we can move on to the next FIFA. Alright boys, starting a career on FIFA 15. And the big decision, which club do we actually manage? We're gonna follow one rule. Every time we use a team for a particular FIFA, we cannot use that team in the future. That means if I choose Man City, we cannot use them in any of the future FIFAs. Okay, I think I've made my decision. Back in 2015, Barcelona had Messi, Suarez, and Neymar up top, Iniesta as well. And I think we know in the future things just don't go well for them. Might as well use Barcelona now. Wait a minute, we've just started this career mode and Luis Suarez has got a red card on him. Please be aware that Luis Suarez is currently serving a suspension and will not be available for selection until 26th October. What did he do? Oh, wait a minute, this was Luis Suarez's biting phase. I cannot believe that suspension carried over on FIFA 15. Well, good thing is the Champions League final will be next year, so he should be available for then. But look at that, boys. We've got a prime Leo Messi, a baby version of Neymar. Iniesta's in there too. Oh, I'm going to put Xavi in the first team. He's the current manager of Barca, but we've got him in our team. Okay, I don't think we should speak too much about Dani Alves. But you know what? The defense is where this team is kind of iffy. If we can bring in a defender, maybe even like a better goalkeeper, I reckon we can win the Champions League in the first season itself, and then we can move on to FIFA 16. Okay, where do we see our transfer budget? There you go. Just 68 million, but I'm sure the prices were reasonable back on FIFA 15. Okay, it's going to be a bit of a challenge finding the best players. Yeah, we can't sign someone like Van Dijk because back then he was kind of a nobody. But look at young VVD. Kind of still looks the same. Do you know what? The Serie A should have some incredible centre-backs. And yup, a 29-year-old Giorgio Chiellini would actually be sick. And I told you, player prices back then were normal. I think we should be able to get him for like 20 million. There you go. They've accepted the offer. Contract signed and we've got Chiellini joining us. I kind of now want to get a really good goalkeeper who was great back in 2015. Wait a minute. De Gea was really good back then. 23 years old. 85 rated. That is a bit mad. We'll chuck in 25 million for De Gea and hopefully get this done. And there you go. We've got him into the team. No way this team with MSN up top does not win the Champions League. Especially with the signings we've made. Only thing maybe I'm worried about is Suarez's suspension. This is, by the way, our Champions League group. Dortmund's in there, but we're Barca and our team is cracked. So let's get through the season and see if we can reach the Champions League final. Alright guys, end of the season and I'm shocked. We didn't even top our group. How did Dortmund finish above us? But in the knockouts, we've made it to the Champions League final somehow. Yo, we got so lucky we avoided Liverpool. If we would have finished top, we would have faced them. We got such an easy draw apart from Madrid in the semis, but now we're facing Bayern in the finals. Also, why did Leo Messi have such a bad season? Only 12 goals. Suarez scored 16, but Neymar was the star with 19 goals. Fair play. And this is it, guys. For us to move to the next FIFA, we've got to beat Bayern Munich in this final. Can we do it? Yes, we took the lead. Let's go. Jordi Alba, of all players, scoring in a Champions League final. Suarez makes it 2-0. Oh, Robin missed a pen. Let's go. And it's done. We've just won the Champions League on FIFA 15. And that means we now move on to the next FIFA, which is, of course, FIFA 16. Alright, guys, we're on FIFA 16. Even FIFA 16 did not have the Champions League licenses. Regardless, we need to choose a club, and it cannot be Barcelona. Do I want to again use a big club and get it out of the way? I mean, I'm definitely not using teams like Man City right now because I know they can get so much better in the future. Man United, it's going to be such a challenge winning the Champions League with that team. What if we go to Italy and a club like Juventus still had Buffon, some good players all round, and things only get worse for Juventus in the future? Yup, let's go with Juventus for FIFA 16. Okay, I'm slightly regretting picking Juventus because what on earth is that group? group. Wolfsburg could be tricky. Real Madrid are favorites to top it. I guess we've got a lot of work to improve this team. To be honest though, it's actually pretty decent, especially that defense with Chiellini and Bonucci. Yo, Buffon was 37 back then. We might need to replace him at some point. But look at that. We've got Paul Pogba before, of course, he got banned for doping. But you know what? This team's honestly incredible. Oh, we've got Paulo Dybala chilling on the bench. I want him in the starting 11, boys, because I know his potential. 21-year-old Paulo Dybala. Alex Sandro as well. I'm putting him in the starting 11. Evra can be on the bench. I think this team is only missing a really good cam. We get that. And maybe we've got a Champions League winning team. You know, one player that everybody has forgotten right now? Felipe Coutinho. This was the Liverpool version of Coutinho as well. If we bring him here to Juventus, bro, I think we can win the Champions League. Oh, and by the way, our transfer budget's 43 million. I think we're gonna have to spend it all if we want to sign Coutinho. Wow, they want 53 million for Coutinho, but I think he's the player we need. I think I might need to sell some players to generate revenue. Okay, we're starting to get a few offers. I'm trying to sell Asamoah. We're not really using a winger. We will take the 8.5 million. We have about 50 million right now, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for Coutinho. All right, let's try again. Let's put in 40 million and see if we can get him. And let's go, it's worked. All that's left is convincing him to join. And we've got the Liverpool version of Felipe Coutinho. 23 years old as well. Nah, this team now looks like it can cook in the Champions League. But the only worry I've got is Dybala and Morata's overall. But let's see what happens. All right, guys, we've made it to the end of the season. And look at that. We've won Serie A. And we topped our Champions League group. I'm surprised with Madrid in it, we managed to top it. But no, our journey ended in the semi-finals. Not gonna lie, we actually came really close to reaching the final, knocking out teams like Man City as well. As I expected, I think Dybala's rating was a bit low. But look at this. How on earth is Buffon gone to an 87? Chiellini to an 89? I don't understand player growth back on FIFA 16. Anyways, guys, we cannot progress on to the next FIFA until we win the Champions League in FIFA 16. So we're gonna go for another season with Juve. Also, guys, over 70% of you guys watching my videos haven't subscribed. And I'd really appreciate if you would, because we're trying to hit 2 million subscribers, and without your guys' help, that won't be possible. So yeah, please subscribe. For season 2, we've got 58 million. I think what let us last season down was the striker position. So let's get someone there. Okay, who were the good strikers on FIFA 16? Oh, Sergio Aguero. And he's valued at only 33 million? That would be crazy. Him and Dybala up top. Oh my. We're emptying our budget for Sergio Aguero, but I think it's gonna be worth it. I mean, just look at Sergio Aguero. Stats 90 finishing. Crazy pace and everything. Alright, guys, we've at least crossed the first hurdle, topping our Champions League group. Oh no, we've drawn Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals. They were the team that beat us in the final. But you know what? Look at our team right now. We've actually built a really good side. And let's see if we can knock out Bayern. It's time for the first leg, and it's a 1-1 draw. Oh, look at that Bayern team, by the way. Lewandowski, Robin, Ribéry. How do we beat that? Well, we're gonna need a lot of luck, and hopefully we get it in this game, and we do. Coutinho and Dybala with the goals. Let's go. And yes, guys, after knocking Bayern out, we've made it to the final against PSG. By the way, I'm glad we trusted in Dybala from day one. 24 goals this season. Time to see if we can win the Champions League and move on to the next FIFA. Oh no, PSG have scored. But yes, we've made the comeback. Pogba and Aguero with the goals. We've won the Champions League in FIFA 16, which means off we go to FIFA 17. For FIFA 17, PSG would be a really good option. Oh, but I realized that Mbappe was not yet at PSG. He was still at Monaco. And look at that baby version of Mbappe, just 71 rated. You know what? We'll save PSG for later once Mbappe is there. I'm looking at Chelsea though, and it's kind of moved me. Hazard's there. Diego Costa, Conte, Fabregas, Courtois in goal. Yep, I think we can win the Champions League with them and move on to the next FIFA. Guys, I think we made a mistake joining Chelsea because for some reason, they're not in the Champions League. That literally means we're gonna have to spend one full season just qualifying for it. And you know what? Maybe that might be a good thing, because I think we could do with a couple of seasons of just building up this squad to hopefully win the Champions League. Okay, how much money do we have? That's the real thing. 84 million pounds? You'll love to see that. First of all, we need a really good right back, and I think Kyle Walker, who was playing at Spurs back then, could be the play. We know how good he becomes when he joins City. This would be awesome. Oh wow, I didn't know this was a thing. Spurs have just messaged me. We must inform you that we have no interest in allowing Kyle Walker joining your team. Do you know what? Let's just chuck in a 20 million million offer and see what happens. Oh, and wow, they caved. So much for not interested in selling him. And we've signed Kyle Walker. There you go. He's going to be our right back. I think we could do with a world-class centre back too. And yo, Thiago Silva was 89 rated back then at PSG. I know in real life he ended up joining Chelsea, but that was kind of after his prime. If we can get prime Thiago Silva now, that would make our team just insane. Gonna chuck in 44 million to make it happen? Wow, they want about 60 million. I don't think we can afford that, can we? Let's go 52. That's more like it. And we're indeed signing Thiago Silva. Not gonna lie, this team I think is good enough to win the Champions League. But first we need to finish in the top 4. Alright guys, we've made it to the end of the season. And what just happened? Crystal Palace finished above us? Yo, what's going on? Spurs won the Premier League title. What on earth is literally going on? Forget qualifying for Champions League. I might literally get sacked. Okay, guys, I think the board are going to give us a second chance. Okay, what's happening here at Chelsea? Contract rebel Hazard attracting interest? Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Bayern are considering signing him. Bro, he's not happy here at Chelsea. No wonder we didn't perform well last season. I think Hazard was throwing a fit the entire time. And yup, he's already refused the contract from us. Truth is, if we want to win the Champions League, we need Hazard to renew his contract. Let's offer him some crazy money and see if he's willing to accept. Oh, wow. He's not sure if he wants to stay or not. Thankfully, he's got a 3-year deal with us, so we'll just keep him. But bro, this is crazy. For now, I guess let's just focus on improving the rest of the team. I would really like a better centre-back because John Terry has retired. We do have good money. Not gonna lie, a prime Mats Hummels would really boost our defense. We're gonna have to pay a crazy amount to sign Hummels, but I really want him. That was really difficult, but we've got Hummels at the club. Even though we've got the contract situation with Hazard, I think this team needs to get top 4 now. Okay, guys, at least this season we get top 4, but I'm kind of annoyed we didn't win the Premier League. And why on earth is Crystal Palace this good? It's time for season 3 with Chelsea, and I think we've spent far too long on FIFA 17. I'm desperate to move on to FIFA 18. For that, we need to win the Champions League. Okay, we've got 88 million, and I'm thinking, let's bolster that attack. Although first, we need to check if Hazard will stay at the club. I think he will. He's got a 2-year contract. We're not going to let him leave. We'll still offer him another contract and see if he does accept. Nope. Bro has completely decided to abandon us. But I'm just hoping he can help us win the Champions League before leaving. Right now, I'm thinking, let's make our attack absolutely insane by signing Gareth Bale. His contract's expiring too. Okay, if we can get him for like 50 million, that would be just sensational. Instantly, I think we're going to win the Champions League with Bale. Oh my days. Madrid want 80 million for Bale. Do we have that kind of money? I think we do. Let's just pay it. And this is absolutely wild. We're using every bit of cash we've got to sign Bale. Nah, guys, we're pulling this off. Gareth Bale to Chelsea is a done deal. Guys, if we don't win the Champions League with that attack, Bale and Hazard on either side, there's something wrong with this game. Okay, off to a good start in the Champions League by topping the group. Have we made the final though? Yes, we have. Knocking out PSG and Bayern Munich in the process. Oh, but the final's gonna be against Barcelona. Okay, even though Hazard wants to leave, he's still cooked, man. 32 goals this season. Bale didn't really do all that much. But if he can help us win this game and move on to the next FIFA, that'll be just fine. Oh no, I'm just looking at Barcelona. They've got Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. But Conte's taking the lead. And they've got a red card. Oh my days. This game ends on penalties. And we just about win. That is crazy. Gareth Bale actually scored for us. And you know what that means? We're moving on to FIFA 18. And you know, since the cover star on FIFA 18 is Cristiano Ronaldo, we're choosing Real Madrid for this FIFA. Guys, this was the three-peat Real Madrid. 94 Ronaldo, Bale is there, Benzema too. Look at that midfield, Sergio Ramos at the back. Nah, we don't need to make any signings. This team is winning the Champions League in the first season itself. I told you guys, three-peat Real Madrid was just unstoppable. We're in the final versus Juve. And of course, it was Cristiano Ronaldo who was our top scorer. Come on, Ronaldo, help us win the Champions League. And yes, guys, of course, Ronaldo got the winner. And look at that, FIFA 18 even had a cutscene. Oh, graphics-wise, it was bad. But hey, this is enough to send us to the next FIFA, which is FIFA 19. FIFA 19 was the first FIFA that had the Champions League's official licenses, which means we can finally start winning the actual Champions League. Okay, but we can't use Juventus, Madrid, Barcelona, or even Chelsea. What team do we use? I'm pretty sure Liverpool that year were absolutely unreal. Yes, sir. They've got Firmino, Mane, and Salah up top. Van Dijk at the back too. Let's win the Champions League with Liverpool. This is, by the way, our group, and it's tough. Napoli and PSG as well. Yo, just getting out of this group is gonna be a challenge. But I think if we can bring in maybe a centre-back to replace Matip and also a midfielder, I think, yeah, we can do it in one season itself. Ooh, I think Kostas Manolas from Roma would be a great signing. And this was the first FIFA which had the transfer negotiation cutscenes. Bro, I'm taking this negotiation seriously. We're trying to get the deal as low as possible. I think we should be able to get this one for 45 million. Come on. There you go. And just like that, we've negotiated a deal for Kostas Manolas. I want to sign a really good midfielder, but I don't think we've got enough money. Maybe if we can sell a few players. Don't mind selling James Milner. Adam Lallana as well can leave. Probably even Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Why not? Let's get some money in. All right, with all the player sales, we're up to 75 million. Who remembers prime Isco, man? I think we should bring him in for our midfield. He'd fit right in. Oh, but are we going to have the money for this? I'm not too sure. I think we're still going to have to try like a swap deal to make this happen. What if I put Naby Keita in the deal? But they also won 64 million. This is crazy. Okay, we'll try and bring it down to 50 million. Come on, I really want Isco. Okay, you know what? 57. Let's just get it done. Let's go, guys. Isco Disco is signing for Liverpool. This Liverpool team now looks absolutely cracked. And let's see if we're good enough, though, to win the Champions League in the first season itself. Okay, we only finished second in the group. Also, can I just say how nice it is to have proper Champions League menus? FIFA 19 was an upgrade. Oh, wow, we got a lucky draw in the round of 16 against Benfica, but still on away goals, we could only make it through. Porto in the quarterfinals. So far, it's like Liverpool are playing the Portuguese league. Wait, why is the semi-finals not showing up? Okay, there's the semi-finals, and we just about knocked out Barcelona on away goals. And of course, Real Madrid in the final. I told you guys, this Liverpool team is absolutely crazy, and we made it even crazier by bringing in Isco. He's 89 rated. Who scored the goals for us? I'm not surprised. It was Mo Salah. I really want to move on to FIFA 20, so let's just win the Champions League. And yes, guys, we do win the Champions League with Mane scoring the winner. It was close because it went to extra time. And you know what this means? FIFA 20, here we come. Choosing the club on FIFA 20 is going to be a bit tricky because we're done with Madrid and Barca. I'm glad we're done with Juve because now they're called Piemonte Calcio. Oh boy, the days when EA couldn't pay for the license for Juventus. We've got PSG, Bayern, and Man City left. But I'm thinking for FIFA 20, let's spice it up and go for a club that's been so unlucky, losing multiple Champions League finals, and I'm talking about Atleti. I think we are taking a bit of a risk. This could take a while, because I just realized we're taking over an Atleti side that don't have Griezmann. Was this the year Antoine Griezmann made the move to Barcelona? Ah, that is so annoying. I should have checked. I think to win the Champions League with this Atleti team, we're gonna need not just a lot of luck, but also some good signings. But we've only got 61 million for the budget. Yo, I think I messed up choosing Atleti. It's gonna be a real task. We could really do with some firepower in the attack. And what about the young Serge Gnabry, 23 years old? Oh wow, this player is not for sale. Brilliant. Wait a minute, would we be able to afford Heung-min Son? Oh, Jose Mourinho was the manager of Spurs back then. I'm just gonna try some sort of a swap deal. If that works, then brilliant. It does, but I don't have the 83 million to pay for Son. That's the thing. I think we really messed up choosing Atleti. Okay, let's just try 60 million. Oh, it's not gonna work. I don't think we can sign players of the caliber of Son. We're gonna have to think different. Firstly, we're signing Goncalo Guede. We also signed Ricardo Pereira by swapping in Kieran Trippier. That's an 84 rated right back coming through. The team is looking good, but is it gonna be good enough for the Champions League? Okay, this is not the start we wanted. Second in the group, but we knocked out Leipzig. But then Man City. Wow, we're playing in a division where Barcelona went unbeaten and scored 110 points. We had 99 in third place. I don't know how we're gonna beat these other two teams for the Champions League trophy. I think what we're missing is that one superstar. Like, Felix is great, but I think I want someone anyone crazy to partner alongside him. Morata is left. I think he was only on loan. Would Sergio Aguero be possible? He should be in the game if I'm not wrong. But he's 32 years old, but he's also 89 rated. I'm liking this. Contract expiring. What's our budget though? Okay, let's go. We've got 170 million, and that's why we're signing Sergio Aguero. Even after signing Aguero, we've got 100 million left, and we're spending it all to sign one of the best centre-backs on FIFA 20. That's right, Khalidou Koulibaly. Look at that, guys. Bro was 90 rated back then. It legit feels like we've built an all-timer Atletico team, but I still don't know if that's enough to win the Champions League. Okay, at least we've done step 1 well by topping the group, knocking out Dortmund as well, and Liverpool. That's huge. We've knocked out PSG 4-0 as well, and in the final against Juventus, Atletico Madrid can finally win the Champions League. And if we do that, we're moving on to FIFA 21. Yo, Aguero scored a ton of goals, and he was João Felix. Fair enough, he's up to an 89 rating. But come on, guys, let's get that Champions League trophy. I want to move on to FIFA 21, and yes, it's done. Sergio Aguero scored the winner. I'm glad we signed him. Atleti finally have their Champions League, and we're moving on to FIFA 21. There's only one team I want to pick for FIFA 21, and that's Bayern Munich, because look at how OP their team looks. To be fair, this team could do with a crazy good right back, but I think that's all we need. We're signing multiple-time Champions League winner Dani Carvajal from Madrid. Now this team literally looks like a machine, especially with Robert Lewandowski up top. I expect him to score a ton of goals. Nah, this Bayern team we've built is actually a joke. They won the Bundesliga but only lost 1 game. The cup is in the bag too. And yes, indeed, Champions League final. Was there any doubt? Oh, wow. Gnabry outscored Lewandowski. That is a big surprise. Oh, but wait a minute. Neuer is injured for the final? Do we even have a good backup keeper? We do have Nubel. I can't believe our hopes are going to be resting on a 77 rated keeper. And we're up against Mbappe and Neymar. I'm not a fan of this. I'm really not a fan of this. But we still end up winning the Champions League. I think Marquinhos getting sent off helped us out a bit. I feel bad for Mbappe. Even here, he couldn't win the Champions League. But anyways, it's our time to move on to FIFA 22. Okay, guys, on FIFA 22, what team do we select? Now, we've used a lot of teams already. Atleti, Liverpool, Madrid. We can't use any of them. But you know what? It was PSG who we beat in the final of the last FIFA. Kind of feel bad for Mbappe. Maybe it's time to use PSG and get them their first Champions League. And you know what? This was the year PSG went crazy and had a front three of Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. Bro, if we can't win the Champions League with these three in the first season itself, nah, there's something wrong. Although that year, remember, PSG just had no midfield. So I guess, yeah, we can sign a couple of midfielders and we should be walking towards the Champions League trophy and the next FIFA. Yo, N'Golo Kante, 90 overall. He was insane back then. Do you know what? To have a front three of Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, having Kante just holding the fort, I think that alone could get us the Champions League. Yep, we're going to be spending all our money just on Kante. There you go, 127 million. With Kante in there, there's no way we're not winning the Champions League. We're getting through the season, and I'm actually wondering who's going to score the most goals between the trio. Yo, it was actually Messi who scored more goals than anyone else. Mbappe only 13 goals. Yo, I'm sure he got injured or something. But hey, that Mbappe injury hasn't impacted our Champions League run because we're still first in the group. Through against Wolfsburg, through against Dortmund, through against Sevilla. What on earth is this Champions League run? We literally got the easiest Champions League run of all time. Bro, this is literally rigged, man. I'll be shocked if we don't win the Champions League here with PSG. There you go. Messi scoring as well in the game. There's Messi with the Champions League trophy, and you know what that means? It's time for FIFA 23. On FIFA 23, I think it's time to finally pick Manchester City. I've been saving them for literally this point, because this is when that man Erling Haaland made the move to City. This was also the FIFA where you could actually play as the manager for the first time. I'm picking Pep Guardiola. Why does bro look so skinny? I kid you not, guys. This should legit be the easiest Champions League run, because we've got a crazy good goalkeeper. Our attack is insane. Midfield is even better. I guess if we just sign a left back, we'll just guarantee ourselves a Champions League trophy. And we're Man City, 239 million. We can sign literally the best left back. And I'm pretty sure it was Theo Hernandez, the best left back on FIFA 23. And there you go. We've just signed Theo Hernandez. And also, this was the first FIFA we finally started getting transfer cutscenes. And honestly, after after now playing through a decade of FIFAs, I kind of appreciate this feature quite a bit. Bro, this might literally be the best team we've used so far in this video. Actually, comment down below which FIFA's team that we built was the best. I would say MSN and Barcelona is up there, but then again, three-peat Real Madrid were a bit crazy. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. Was there ever any doubt in the Champions League final versus PSG? Of course, Erling Haaland was our top scorer with 30 goals. Even the top scorer in the Champions League. Let's go out there and win the Champions League in FIFA 23, and then we can move on to our final FIFA. Come on, let's go out there and win this Champions League trophy. And yes, on penalties, that was a close call. We've now technically won the Champions League in every FIFA, because the next FIFA gets a name change. That's right, to complete this video, we need to win the Champions League in FC 24, the new name for the game. But guys, I think we've used a lot of the big clubs already. In fact, I see only maybe Man United left. Inter's an option. Oh, wait a minute. Arsenal, this is the first time we're seeing them in the Champions League group stages. And you know what? Giving Arsenal their first Champions League trophy to end the video and to do it in FC 24. Let's do it. And also, I'm putting myself in the game. Hopefully, that'll bring a bit of luck to help complete the challenge. Here we are, guys. Back on FC 24, more familiar territory. And tell you what, I really like this Arsenal team. We've got Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel too. Okay, Raya, he's a bit meh. But Saka's gonna be key, so is Martinelli. If we can just work on getting a few signings to this team, and I think we've got a competitive squad, but we'll also need the likes of Saka and Martinelli to go really up in their overall. And you guys know in FC 24, we've got the coaching mechanics, which is gonna make life a lot easier for us. Alright, we spent quite a bit of time to get our coaching academy sorted. Now it's time to spend this 123 million budget that we've got and bring in a few new players. I think to start with, we need a new keeper. I know in real life Raya is decent, but he's not going to help us win the Champions League. But someone like Mike Magnan would. Might as well try and swap out Ramsdale and get a good deal on this. And let's see if it's going to work. And yup, it is. And there you go. We've got our goalkeeper at least sorted. We still have about 77 million, and the fullback situation in the club is a bit grim. Just signed Nuno Mendes. Oh, Nuno Mendes and Martinelli on the same side are going to be insane. The team's good, but I don't think it's good enough to win the Champions League. What we need is just some crazy growth on the youngsters and building for future seasons. Wait, this is brilliant. We've just taken Arsenal to the Premier League trophy, but we need to win the Champions League to complete the challenge, and we've gone perfect in the group stages. Knocked out Galatasaray in the round of 16. We might do it this season itself. Oh, but we got knocked out by Atletico Madrid. That's the thing with the Champions League. We just need to be perfect. We've got an incredible keeper, solid defense. I think we're just missing a world-class striker. We get that, and we're winning the Champions League in FC 24. For season 2, we've got 235 million, and I've got a dream of signing Kylian Mbappe. I literally saw a video where a fan asked Mbappe to join Arsenal, and he was like, nah, we're not doing that. But he can't say no on FC 24. If we get him, I think we're going to win the Champions League. The problem is, I don't think 234 million is enough for Mbappe unless we try some sort of a swap deal with Gabriel Jesus. Jesus plus, let's say, 150 million. What's PSG gonna say? The worst swap deal in the history of the sport? And they're willing to do it. I can't believe it. We're about to sign Kylian Mbappe. He said he's never gonna join Arsenal, but we've made him do that on FC 24. Cannot believe we've actually signed him. Can we now win the Champions League with Arsenal? Okay, we've not had a good start to our Champions League campaign. Second in the group. Last season, we literally won every game. But okay, round of 16, we knocked out Barcelona. Quarterfinals, it was Leipzig. Semi-finals, Bayern Munich. Let's go. I thought this would have been it, because you guys know Bayern's record against Arsenal. But there you go. The Champions League final with Arsenal on FC 24. We win this. We've won a Champions League trophy from FIFA 15 all the way to FC 24. I told you signing Mbappe was clutch. 34 goals this season. But we need another big game from him. Come on, let's win the Champions League. And there you go. Saka with the winner. Odegaard scored as well. We've won the Champions League on FC 24. And with that, we've won the Champions League 10 times in 10 different FIFAs with 10 different clubs. I think that's a solid achievement. And if you enjoyed this video, why not watch me try and win the Premier League in every FIFA? Click here to watch that.